Sometimes you want something, you know, brainless and just for the sake of entertainment, but sometimes you want to leave a movie kind of feeling like you've gained something from it.
Something that's not a remake of a 1970s TV show, or that hasn't been made, you know, over and over and over and over again.
Mostly I'm more into suspense because I like to be on my toes.
It's artsy movies, a little different point of view maybe.
Anything that'll capture my attention for more than half an hour.
I like a good movie.
A good storyline where you don't really see the ending coming.
And story's number one.
Intelligence. Don't make the viewer feel stupid.
When I'm watching a good movie, I'm not even realizing I'm watching a good movie till it's over, it's the next day, and I'm continuing to think about it.
If I just, something that stays in my head for a while, I keep thinking.
Excellent acting, a good story, good plot, good setting.
I'm not impressed by who the director is or who the actors are, because there's a lot of very fine actors that aren't recognized.
Spend more of your money on helping to train the writers and helping to train the young up-and-comers who are thinking outside the box, who are thinking creatively. I think they're going to be the ones who are going to continue to further it, just as it has time and time again throughout the history of cinema.
With us knowing everything about Tom Cruise or Brad Pitt, you have that in your mind, then it's hard to get into a movie when you're knowing everything that's going on. So sometimes maybe just, you know, average people portraying real life stories.
The same actors keep starring in every single movie. It's getting kind of repetitive.
But I just think to pick up more of the movies that come out with a smaller budget, and some of them that are so much better made.
You know, some of the best movies I've seen have been the smaller budget, better stories, like maybe from books or from history. And a lot of times I guess they're pet projects of big stars, and like the big stars are willing to take less money, but it still makes a really great movie. And more of that, less of the enormous budget, big salaries, although everyone has to agree on that. And just concentrate more on the creativity.
I think people can only be fooled for so long. I think you know, catchy marketing and movies that have special effects just for the sake of special effects. That's going to get them once, but it's not going to on a I guess you say continual basis. They're not going to keep falling for those same old tricks. It becomes old hat after a while. So you can't just have a bunch of crashes and a bunch of explosions and have a $100 million budget if you don't have a movie that merits people going to see it.
Have that market, and have that market for children or 12 or 14 years old, but then keep us entertained in a more refined way.
Produce movies that are driven by a narrative, by a story. They can be simple stories, but make them beautiful. And I think they need to respect the fact that the audience is getting older.
You know, I don't think there's any really magic key to the thing. I think it's just hitting the right story at the right time.
To go back about 20, 25 years and see what people really went to see and what people really like. Not to repeat the particular movie, but make something in the same vein.
Absolutely. I mean, absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, sure, I'd be glad to do that.
Yeah, I would definitely be interested in that. Because right now I have no voice. It's basically what's served to me, and I have to pick and choose.
Yeah. Probably, because there are probably some very, very good independent films that we don't get a chance to see.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yes, I think I would.
Do some American Idol for some actors.
Yes.
Well, sure, yeah, that would be interesting. It'd be neat to see what movies don't get the chance to have their say and to have their place on the stage, but maybe should.
Absolutely, yeah.
I think I would, definitely. I spent the summer in New York and saw movies I'd never even heard of that, my friend and I would trickle into a theater and just see something. And there were some fantastic films that I know otherwise I wouldn't have had the opportunity to see. I certainly never heard of them even as I walked into the theater. And I think I spend a lot of time online. I like to do my research before I do anything. I'm one of those people. So I'd be happy to do that if it means that I'm spending my, $8 to $12 on a movie, if it means I can enjoy that experience and I can see something I otherwise wouldn't see. I'd certainly take 10 minutes online to watch trailers and vote for something I want to see.